Have you ever felt the deep yearning in your soul for something greater than the mundane? A longing that seems to echo within you, pulling you toward a truth you can't fully grasp? A sense that there is a deeper meaning behind everything you experience, yet it remains hidden, just out of reach? This is the call of the soul, the whisper of something sacred that beckons you to seek, to explore, to awaken. Ibn Arabi, one of the greatest mystics of the Islamic world, teaches us that this yearning is not a mere feeling. It is the soul's natural instinct, a direct response to its true nature, a nature that is divine, pure, and whole. We are not simply searching for something external. We are searching for a reunion with our own essence, the essence that is connected to the divine. To understand this search, Ibn Arabi invites us to see the world not as a separate, fragmented reality, but as a reflection of a deeper unity. A unity that exists beyond appearances, beyond time and space, beyond what we think we know. The first lesson Ibn Arabi imparts is that we, as humans, are not separated from the divine. Rather, we are an integral part of it. This profound idea is encapsulated in the concept of Wadat al-Wujud, or the unity of being. According to Ibn Arabi, everything in existence is a manifestation of the divine. There is no separation between us and the Creator. The divine is not distant, existing beyond us. It is within us, in every atom of creation, in every breath we take. The search for truth, then, is not a journey outward, but a journey inward. It is a return to the source from which we came, to the essence of who we truly are. Ibn Arabi tells us that the soul's yearning for truth is like a fitra, the natural inclination to seek what is true and real. But this yearning is often clouded by the illusions and distractions of the material world. We search for meaning in external things, in wealth, in relationships, in status, and in power. We look for something that we believe will fulfill us, only to find that it leaves us emptier than before. This is the paradox of the human condition. We are constantly searching, but we do not realize that the very thing we seek is already within us. Ibn Arabi's teachings are not just philosophical, they are deeply spiritual. He says that the journey to truth is not just about learning more, but about unlearning the falsehoods that have been imposed upon us. The more we accumulate, the further we move from the truth. True knowledge is not intellectual, it is experiential. It is a knowing that comes from the heart, not from the mind. As Ibn Arabi writes, knowledge is not what you learn in books, but what you realize in the depths of your being. The process of transformation that Ibn Arabi describes is one of purification and surrender. To walk the path of truth, we must first purify the heart. The heart, in his teachings, is not just a physical organ, but the spiritual center of our being. It is the place where the divine dwells, the vessel that can contain the infinite light of truth. However, in order to access this divine knowledge, we must remove the impurities that have accumulated within the heart. These impurities are the attachments to the ego, the false identities we have constructed over time, and the fears and desires that pull us away from our true self. Ibn Arabi often speaks of the importance of detachment, but detachment is not the same as renunciation. It is not about rejecting the world, but about releasing the hold that worldly things have on us. To be detached is to be free from the illusions that bind us, to see the world as it truly is, an expression of the divine. When we let go of our attachments, we open ourselves to a deeper connection with the divine, and in this connection, we begin to see the world through the eyes of love and compassion. But the path to truth is not an easy one. It is fraught with challenges and trials. Ibn Arabi describes the spiritual journey as a series of stages, each one more demanding than the last. The seeker must pass through several stations or maqamat, each of which represents a different phase in the process of transformation. The first station is the valley of the quest. Here, the seeker must learn to seek with a burning desire, not just a passive wish. The quest for truth is not a casual search. It is a longing that consumes you, that pushes you to ask the deep questions. What is the purpose of life? Why am I here? What is the nature of existence? The second station is the Valley of Love. Here, the seeker begins to realize that love is the force that drives everything. But this is not the shallow, fleeting love of the material world. This is the love that burns the ego, that melts the heart, that consumes the self. It is the love of the divine, the love that unites us with the Creator. In the Valley of Love, the seeker must surrender the ego, for only by surrendering can they truly experience the transformative power of divine love. As Ibn Arabi writes, love is the water that nurtures the soul. It is the fire that refines it. But many seekers, like the birds in Ibn Arabi's allegory, hesitate. They are afraid of the fire of love, for it will burn away everything they thought they knew about themselves. Some, like the parrot, are obsessed with the idea of immortality. Others, like the peacock, long for the return to paradise, but are unwilling to put in the effort. They remain trapped in their comfort zones, afraid to let go of what they know. Yet Ibn Arabi encourages us to face this fear, to dive into the fire of love, because only through love can we be truly transformed. As the seeker progresses, they move into the Valley of Knowledge. This is the stage where true wisdom is attained. But true wisdom, according to Ibn Arabi, is not the accumulation of facts and concepts. It is the realization that the world is a mirror of the divine. Every moment, every experience, every encounter is an opportunity to see the divine presence reflected in the world. As Ibn Arabi teaches, the world is a book of signs. To read it, you must see with the eyes of the heart. The more we look with the eyes of the heart, the more we see the divine in everything. After passing through the Valley of Knowledge, the seeker enters the Valley of Detachment. Here, the seeker must let go of all worldly attachments, including the attachment to their own identity. The ego must die, not in a literal sense, but in the sense that the seeker must relinquish the false sense of self that they have been clinging to. The self that has been built on pride, fear, and desire must be dismantled, so that the true self, the self that is one with the divine, can emerge. In this process of detachment, the seeker finds true freedom, not the freedom to do whatever they want, but the freedom to be who they truly are. The final stage of the journey is the Valley of Unity, where the seeker realizes that there is no separation between themselves and the divine. They see that everything is part of the same unity, that there is no other, no distinction between self and other, between the sacred and the profane. In this state of unity, the seeker experiences the ultimate realization. The one is in everything, and everything is in the one. But the seeker does not remain in this state of unity forever. After realizing the divine presence in all things, the seeker returns to the world. They return not as an individual, but as a witness to the truth that they have realized. Ibn Arabi urges us not to withdraw from the world, but to live in it with the awareness of the divine presence in all things. The world is not separate from the divine. It is the divine made manifest. As the seeker's journey comes to an end, they realize that the search for truth is never truly over. It is a continuous process of self-discovery, a constant peeling away of the layers of illusion until we come to the realization that the truth was always within us. As Ibn Arabi beautifully states, the seeker is the sought, and the sought is the seeker. So, where are you on this journey? Are you still searching in the outer world, looking for something that you believe will fulfill you? Or have you begun the journey inward, seeking the truth that resides within? Remember, the divine is not far away. It is within you, waiting to be remembered. If this journey has resonated with you, if you feel the call to begin your own quest for truth, then know that the path is always open. All you need to do is listen, be still, and surrender the ego that stands in the way of your awakening. If you found this journey meaningful, if it sparked something inside you, Be sure to like and subscribe so you can continue exploring these deep, transformative topics with us. Thank you for walking this path of discovery, and may you find the truth that has always been within you.